The Star Times Uganda Premier League is back, and this week we bring to you the reactions from the manager, the players of KCCA FC, and the highlights from match day 2. We've got the fan zone back on the show, your social media reactions, and also we had some partnerships sealed this week. We bring to you everything that unfolded for this week in terms of everything KCCA Football Club. Good evening. My name is Magero Moses Mwanje. You and I are definitely walking this journey together. Now this week, KCCA FC sealed another partnership, and that is One-Tex Pro Gloves were confirmed and announced as the official goalkeeper gloves partners for KCCA Football Club. All this happened at the MTN Omondi Stadium, where KCCA FC had to onboard the One-Tex Pro Gloves as the official goalkeeper gloves partner. That is ahead of the 2021-2022 season. This is going to be for 1 year, and definitely we had some shots and some footage, just like my producer is able to show you, as you can watch on that screen. That was done just at the MTN Omondi Stadium. And goalkeepers like the captain, that is Benjamin Ochan, Derek Ochan, and Ali Mwerusi were able to, have the feel of the new gloves, that is the One-Tex Pro gloves. So for the entire 2021-2022 season, you will be seeing all our goalkeepers at KCCA Football Club don the One-Tex Pro gloves. Still about KCCA FC, the updates from this week. We had the match day 1 and the match day 2 where our players donned the Smart City jersey. Now, many of you have been asking, why is KCCA FC putting on the Smart City Kampala jersey that has a logo just at the front of the jersey? Now, that jersey is inspired by a campaign that was launched by the executive director of KCCA, that is Madam Dorothy Kisaka. And that campaign is all about having there's an acronym to it, which is TAWT, which says think smart, act smart, walk smart, and talk smart. So it is a campaign that is geared towards making sure people in the city, that is Kampala, try to make sure the city is kept clean. People try to make sure we do not have any street kids on the streets. And everything about the city is just in line. And that campaign is what KCCA FC is trying to create more visibility and awareness about. So we'll be donning that jersey that has Smart City for the first 5 games of the Uganda Premier League, and we have so far played 2 games. So for the next 3 games, KCCA FC will be donning that jersey. And now after the first 5 games, we'll officially launch the 2021-2022 kit for KCCA FC. So you'll be seeing that jersey donned by the players for at least the next 3 games, because we have so far played only 2 games. So that's still about the Smart City campaign. Now, to tell you everything about match day 2 of the Star Times Uganda Premier League, I told you KCCA FC enjoyed the first week. That is for the Star Times Uganda Premier League on top of the log, because after getting that 3-0 win against Wakiso Giants, that game being at the Kabaka Chabagu Stadium in Wakiso, KCCA FC was definitely on top of the table for the first week. Goals from Davis Kasire, Sadata Naku, very fantastic goal from the youngster, and also Ashraf Mugume. and that game ending 3-0. KCCA FC enjoying the first week on top of the table. So match day 2, KCCA FC hosted Gadaffi Football Club. Now Gadaffi's nickname, they are called the Soldier Boys. This team is from Jinja, and they're a new team in the Uganda Premier League. And that game was at the MTN Omondi Stadium. So KCCA Football Club has all the highlights from this game. So in case you missed this game, the game was yesterday at the MTN Omondi Stadium. Have a look. So fantastic shots, just like you've watched. That's everything that happened down at the MTN Omondi Stadium when KCCA FC hosted the new boys in the league, Gadaffi Football Club. We have the reactions from the manager of KCCA FC, Mr. Molebi Ekwaso, plus the players just shortly after this game. Have a look.
Our league is very hard. It's always hard to win a team which has lost their first game. The boys really tried first half. The tempo was high, the heat was too much. So there are a lot of things which really disorganized our game plan. But as a manager, I think we shall improve, because once a team wins, there's that confidence which you gain, and it will be very, very easy for us to rectify the problems or the things which we don't do. and I think in the future our team will be spark.
I know expectations are high according to the way we are supposed to be playing, but a win is a win. If we lost, it would have been another chapter. But now, let's go with that as we push forward to improve our way of playing. And again, remember, it's a mixture of new and old players. So yes, we will still fight to come back to our normal way of playing as KCC. And again, still pushing forward for the win.
Impressed actually. About today's game, we had like the ambition to give them like 5 goals, but we were in a rush. The only problem, we were rushed to score more goals, and it complicated matters for us. We would have played our way, touching the ball and reaching the goal line and score. That's our way, but I wasn't impressed actually.
As coach said, we are going to go back and we are going to work hard in the training, and we shall make sure that we are going to perform and we come back with a win.
Really, we expected more because we are at home, the pitch is nice, but at the end of the first half, when I talked to them, they told me, coach, the heat is too much, they were not moving. So they got that problem because for us as coaches, as fans, we are always there to sit and analyze, but for them they are there to run, fight and do the right thing. Sometimes it fails, but God willing, we've managed to win the 2 games. We shall perfect in the future.
Maybe you could kindly highlight those areas where you think they need to do better as you expected them in today's game.
Our defense didn't perform to our expectations in terms of ball usage. They hurriedly passed the ball forward, and we always lost a lot of possession into that. We are playing long balls, which we didn't tell them to do and which we've not been training. So I think we have to rectify on that, to know our style of play, that we need to build with the simplicity to see that we reach there necessarily.
Well, those are the reactions from the players and the manager of KCCA FC, and a lot of positivity and top-class attitude, I would say, ahead of the next games, that is match day 3 and match day 4, that will be happening next week. So guys, we're going to be going to a break, and when we return, we discuss match day 3 and match day 4 that will be happening next week. All this after the break. Now guys, welcome back from that break. Like I told you, I've got match day 3 and match day 4 this week. First of all, KCCA FC will be traveling to Jinja, or call it Njeru, the eastern part of the country, to play Busoga United, formerly called Chirinya Jinja SS. The team is now called Busoga United Football Club, and that game will be at the FUFA Technical Center in Njeru. That game will be this week on the 27th of October. And that game, just like I told you, will be at the FUFA Technical Center. Just to give you the head-to-head ahead of this one, in the last 9 matches between Busoga United and KCCA Football Club, KCC has won 7. Busoga has never won a game against KCCA FC. That's a very fantastic record. Both clubs have shared spoils twice, and Busoga has got 7 losses. KCCA FC has never lost to Busoga. And Busoga has only scored 4 goals in 9 games against KCCA Football Club, while KCCA has scored 19 goals in the last 9 games against Busoga United Football Club. For the points accumulated for both teams, Busoga has only accumulated 2 points from the 2 draws they have against KCCA Football Club, while KCCA has got 23 points from the last 9 games played against Busoga United. Goal number 1 for KCCA FC scored by shot number 10, Juma Balinya. Goal number 2, KCCA FC scored by shot number 18, Charles Luanga. Goal number 1 for Busoga United, scored by shot 6, Ibrahim Ekolot. So that's the head-to-head ahead of match day 3. Now, the head-to-head ahead of match day 4, which will be on the 30th of October, Saturday, at the MTN Omondi Stadium, KCCA will be hosting Toro United Football Club, another new team for this season, but it's not a new team when it gets to the Star Times Uganda Premier League, because it's been there and then relegated and then back and then relegated. This time around, they are back.
Center back, so we will send another back. Medici will go. And a yellow card. And you're putting a free kick. It's very good at such an angle. Injury. 0-0. Bakaruga mugoma here na Janinga KCCA.
Head-to-head in the last 16 games between Toro United. Now, Toro United was formerly called Sowana Football Club, Sowana FC. If you remember Sowana FC, it used to play at Kavumba, but now the name, the team was sold, and now the name had to change. Now it's called Toro United Football Club. So in the last 16 games, KCCA has won 9 times, Toro United has won 4 times. They have both had 3 draws, and then goals for KCCA FC in the last 16 games are 25, while Toro United have scored 12 goals in the last 16 games against KCCA. And then the points accumulated by both teams, KCCA has got 30 points in the last 16 games, while Toro United has got 15 points from the last 16 games played against KCCA FC. Now we have the reactions and also that's from the manager of KCCA FC and the players speaking ahead of next week's game. That's match day 3 on Wednesday, away to Busoga in Jeru, and on Saturday against Toro United at home at the MTN Omondi Stadium. So have a look.
I think we shall have a good team whereby you see when that starts with KCCA, we expect even Aheebwa to come with some or Wanga to add on the goals.
Take it calm, it will come. Because the things of hurrying up, like we knew like this Gadaffi game was easy. So the other one is probably not easy for us again because we have already tested the side that makes us be in a rush actually. But as we are going to Soga, we have to take it calm and play our way, I think.
My target as an under-17 captain, I want to be part of the team, like I said, and I want to score goals, and I want to be one of the best players in Uganda. That's my goal, and I want to play for the national team.
Well, guys, you've heard it from the manager and the players of KCCA FC. Like I told you, top attitude, top. The guys are really positive ahead of this season. Everyone wants to win. You get to look at if you've been able to watch. I've been lucky enough to watch the training of KCCA FC. Guys are really very competitive. We have a squad of about 32 players, and everyone wants to make sure they fit in the manager's plans. Like you had the interviews, everyone is saying they want to take it a game at a time, just to see how far the club can go this season. Remember, KCCA has spent 2 years without attaining any silverware, and this time around, the boys show you that it's going to be business different from the usual, because the usual has been the last 2 years, KCCA not winning anything. That is something that really causes some worry at the football club. But for this season, you get to feel that there's a little bit different character and attitude from everyone. Guys, we're going to be taking a break, and when we return, we have something new on the show called the Legends Corner, and also we'll be hearing from the fan zone and the social media reactions from last week's win against Wakiso Giants. Don't move away. Still about KCCA FC, the fan zone is back, and we caught up with the fans shortly after yesterday's game against Gadaffi Football Club to find out what they feel of KCCA FC's season so far. We have played 2 games against Wakiso and against Gadaffi Football Club, and we wanted to find out from the fans, what do they feel about the football club? What is the mood like when it gets to them? And also their predictions ahead of game day 3 and game day 4 next week against Busoga United away in Jeru and Toro United at home on Saturday. Here are the fans giving their take.
Amanya gange Zechuwanuka Hassan, Mvaka Wempe, ndi muwagizi wa KCCA FC. Omupiira gwa Kiso twasamba bulungi, abaana balina amalaalo, atusamba bulungi nnyo. Naye okusinziira ku mupiira gwa Kiso twasamba, olwaleero omupiira abaana babadde bakoowu. Mulala ebadde ntini, abaana babadde bakoowu. Omupiira gw'ejjinja gwe tugendako, kooki tukusaba abaana bafune molaalo, abaana bongeremu amaanyi. Kubanga okusinziira ku eno ttiimu tuba tulina kuba goolo 5. Naye tukusaba kooki oyongeremu omupiira gw'ejjinja tusobole ogugoba, kubanga kitaaga molaalo, kubanga tugenda kwawe. Tuddako wano omupiira gw'etololo. Omupiira gwa tololo nagwo tulina kubeera nga tulina first team, nga tulina ttiimu esobola okutandika omupiira nga teri kukyusakyusa, nga tumanye eyo ttiimu esobola okumalako.
Manya gange Muwanguzi Joshua, musajja wa Kabaka afubutuka ku luguudo lwa Nebalamye Mayanja. Ndi muwagizi wa KCCA Football Club. Opening match yaffe twalabika bulungi nnyo nga tuwangula omusajja eyali atandise okunywerera mu liigi ng'aleetaawo embeera enzibuzibu Wakiso Giant, nekyasanyu twamukwata goolo 3 ku bwereere. Match ya leero tulabise bulungi mu first half, naye kino katukize eri kooki waffe. Bwe tuze mu second half, embeera etubeeredde enzibu mu ddakiika nga 10 ezisoose awo nga twakadde, era abasajja baze basamba emu ne balabika nga bafuna goolo yaabwe esooka. Esoose n'ebawaamu awo amaanyi eddakiika endala nga 5 nga balaga nti baagala okutugatta. Naye kirungi omuzibizi waffe gwe twakaleeta Waswa ne Iguma bayimiridde bulungi ne balabika nga bakkakanya embeera eyo. Ekyo kimpadde essanyu. Ne kooki waffe n'atandika okutetenkanya era ng'omusajja w'omumanyi ow'omupiira, n'atandika okutetenkanya wakati awo, n'ajjamuko bagyemu bakasirye mbalabye nga bavuddemu. ng'aleeseemu ba Brian Aheebwa ne tuteekawo go ku mbeera kale ekyo omutonzi kyasobodde okutuwa olunaku olwaleero tubeera nga tukoze omupiira guno nga tuguwangudde ku goolo 2-1. Suubira embeera egenda obeerawo ku lunaku lwokusatu. Aba Busoga United eno kanso ya sizoni eno kabiriiti mwongere okukola ki mwongere okunywera kubanga tulina abasajja twaleese wafula waffe wali mu namba 2 atambula asobola owata emipiira bulungi Kasirye n'ajaniriza wano. Tusobola okuba nti KCC ndaba nga egenda kuva ku mutendera guli gwebaddeko okuva kochi waffe we yajja eri mu second leg kati tumuwadde playing time yeno ya season namba. Kochi waffe Molebyekwanso sebo tukusaba buli mupiira gwe tuteeka tuteerewo embeera naffe ng'abawagizi aba KCCA Football Club tusobole okufuna eggundi nga tuwagira n'amaanyi. Ogw'okulwo Saturday lwe tugenda okudda wano nga tulina ettololo sirabawo mbeera nnyo ttololo gyegenda tuteekako. Senga kochi waffe anaba yesiza abasajja baffe bulungi nga ba Brian Aheebwa bali bakasirye bateredde bulungi tujja kugoba omupiira. KCC egenda kukola byamaanyi okusinzira n'omutendesi gwe tulina n'abaana be twaleese. Tulina abaana ba Musaayi muto waliwo gwe baleeseemu shaati namba 3 awo mulabye ng'embeera ye ajja kusobola okusamba omupiira.
Manya gange nze Jagwe John Baptist omuwagizi wa KCCA Football Club. Ndi musanyufu nnyo olwa klabu yange okuba nti season eno emipiira gye twakasambako tutandise n'obuwanguzi. Weewaawo ttiimu bw'ogitunuulira tennaba kupafominga bulungi ku kisaawe ku mupiira gwaffe okusinziira abawagizi nga bwe tugumanyidde. KCC ttiimu esamba omupiira n'olabira ddala nti gwegwo omupiira gwaffe guli ogw'okugaba tetunnaba gutuukako olw'okuba nti abasambi bangi bapya. So tulowooza nti gye tugenda maaso eyo nga bongedde abasambi abo okwatagana tujja kupafominga bulungi twongere ogaba omupiira gwaffe abantu gwe batumanyirako wano e Uganda. Bw'otunuulira gemu ya Wakiso twawangula twakuba goolo 3 ku bwereere naye bw'otunuulira omupiira ogwo abasambi abapya twalinako abasambi bangi era ndowooza ng'ennono yaffe oba oli awo tebannagitegeera nnyo naye nze nina essuubi ndabye n'omupiira ogwaleero ogwa Gadaffi tumukubye 2-1 naye bw'otunulamu era omupiira tetunnaba kuddayo ku nnono yaffe eri ey'okugaba. Nina essuubi nti gye tweyongera eyo oba oli awo abasambi baffe nga bakwataganye tujja kwongera okitereeza abawagizi omupiira gujja banyumira gye bujja eyo. Tuzzaako Busoga nze mmanyi weewaawo tujja kugoba omupiira nga wansonga nti kiraabu olaba twongeddemu ku basambi abapya tubaleese mu bitongole byonna okuva emabega mu defense twongeddemu abasambi olabira ddala nga ne ku lugoba oluteebi abasambi weebali tujja kwongera okuwangula emipiira era Busoga etwegendereze n'ettoolo ejja mu maaso awo nze mmanyi tujja kwongera okuŋŋanya obubonero. Season eno batwerinde abasambi bo twabaleese akakobuta okuba nti tebannabakwatagana ekyo tujja kigonjoola n'omutendesi wali mulungi Mole ajja kwongera obbakwatamu ennono yaffe agimanyi abasambi abo babeere nga bakwatagana tusambe ekintu kyaffe KCC edde ku ntikko.
Well, you've heard it from the fans, fantastic opinions, and the fan zone will keep coming back on the KCCA FC TV show. So as we wind up the show, I'll get you some social media reactions. That was shortly after KCCA FC picked that win against Wakiso Giants on match day 1, that is last week on Sunday at the Kabaka Chabago Stadium. So on Twitter, all the reactions are from Twitter. So OJ Moze1 says comfortable win, we are KCCA FC. The coolest actually says title contenders. And then he puts up an emoji showing that KCCA FC is stronger. Joanita B. Nyangoma says, thank you, comrades, for such a great show. I'm ready for Monday now. We hope you had a very fantastic week. At Fadirat Zahara, this is a lady saying, to a beautiful beginning. And then Ukefe Mwengu says, new chapter, smart city, smart win. Kenny Bex says, my team, love this. They promise they deliver for us. We don't talk for. Well, that is Kenny Bex. Bernard Mwangu says, a new perfect beginning for Coach Mole Viekwaso. Congratulations, guys. TAA's baby, that is Kim Brenda. This is also a lady, says, to tell me you have not seen our great start without telling me you have seen our great start. Proud of you, boys. This is our season, I believe. Joshua Nagenda says, what a day and what a start by the Kampala Smart City boys. Hard game, questions here and there, but Sadata Nako, Mugume Ashraf, and debutant KCCA Davis made sure we return with massive 3 points on to the next. Keza Brenda, another lady, says, what a stellar performance. Well done, team. Very nice to have ladies participate in some of these engagements, especially on social media. Nzandi Stevenson Kato says, my UPL 2021 season prediction is that KCCA FC will win the trophy. Paul Chigozi Trevor says, Tusimbude. Edonu Emmanuel says, top class performance, KCCA, plus 3 points. Maiden goal for KCCA Davis. Happy week, lads. Very many reactions we had from the social media. When it gets to our fans on social media, we congratulate you everyone and also the team. Thank you very much for stepping up game day one, getting that win 3-0. And we are really, really very proud of you. Just like we said, a new beginning, a new chapter for KCCA FC. And guys, that's a wrap about this week's show. We told you that KCCA FC next week will be playing match day 3 and match day 4 away to Busoga in Jeru, and on Saturday back at home. And that's a wrap for this week's show. I've been your host, Magero Moses Mwanje. Let's meet next week for season 3, episode 14. Have a good night.